This is no ordinary trip. This is a global travel challenge to an unknown destination. I take on a series of missions. If I complete them, I advance. And if I fail, it's game over, no money, no escape, I'm stranded anywhere in the world. The clock is already ticking. I have 90 minutes to make the flight, and if I don't, the challenge ends before it even begins. Wow! The race is on. I've got 35 minutes before backdrop closes. They've been running right from the car, right through arrivals. I've got about 5 minutes, but this could be it. Backdrop done. Next stop, security. The race is on. Let's get to the gate on time. Wow! Let's go. Let's go. Usual Ryanair service. They don't greet you and they don't say hello as you board the aircraft. Fingers crossed I've got the road to myself.
Well, made it on board Ryanair. We're just waiting now to push back.
Our westerly direction to Dublin has taken us over Blackpool at 25,000 feet. Cabin crew are securing the cabin for landing and preparing our aircraft to arrive in Dublin in about 10 minutes. We're a few hundred feet above Dublin and I've got another mission to come because I don't know if I'm staying in Dublin or I'm flying on again. Wow! A hotel mission. Let's hope I can do this because I don't fancy a night on the cold streets. The clock is ticking. I need to make my way to zone 16 and select the right hotel, otherwise I spend the night on a cold Dublin street. I called the Carlton and the Clayton and they don't have a reservation for me. I can't get through to the Metro or the Hilton. This shuttle goes to the Hilton and the driver is a legend, said if it's not the Hilton he'll take me to the Metro. I'm now at the Hilton. This is hotel number 3. Let's hope they have a booking for me. Mission complete. I'm warm, I'm safe, and I've survived the first night's missions. First of tomorrow's missions, wake up naturally and be at breakfast by 6. With just over a minute to spare, I've made breakfast on time. Taste bacon, sausage, toast and beans for starters. Maybe have a bowl of cereal. Maybe we'll take a couple of snacks for the flight. Then I'll be getting time to grab a shower, check out and make my way to the terminal. If I checked this last night, I wouldn't have been so hot. 24 degrees, no wonder it was toasty. Time for a quick room tour. So we've got the big bed, table lamps and 4 pillows. We've got a chair, a glass table with a bottle of water. We've got a desk and a chair for working at, ladies for makeup and then a TV. On the surface, the hotel ensuite is very well presented, very clean. Powerful shower, shower gels, hair shampoo, conditioner, and the shower goes to 42 degrees, alongside having a shaving port and a shaving mirror. The hygiene on this toilet is absolutely disgusting. It's left me in pain. It's 7:30 AM. Let's get back to the airport. In the terminal for 7:55. And here's our latest mission. Let's go to find Icelandair check-in. The mission reads I'm flying with Icelandair to Reykjavik in Iceland. It's not my final destination and it might be a bit of time before I find out that final destination. If it's an onward flight with Icelandair, hopefully I'll find out when I check in. So bear with me, let's see if we can find out. At this point I must stop filming.
In 3, 2, 1. New York City!
Security stopped me. 2 guards, intimidating and confrontational. Told me not to film landslide. My name has now been flagged for enhanced screening. This challenge just got real. My boarding pass is just updated to show the 4 S's. I'm not always good at being on time, but I need to make sure I'm at the gate early. I need to record the captain's announcement and details of our flight today. If I fail, it's game over and I'm stranded.
Well, that's us now on the way to gate 102 at Dublin Airport for Icelandair to Reykjavik and then on to New York City.
Dear passengers, good morning. welcome aboard, Captain speaking. Preparation of weather friend almost done. Might leave early. And we are estimating 10 minutes time before we get to the airport. Time to Iceland, Reykjavik, Iceland is estimating 2 hours 10 minutes. And this weather is forecasted good, and destination weather is okay. There are some heavy snow showers coming over the field. The temperature around freezing level, -1 or 2 degrees. Finally, I hope you enjoy the flight with us, and servers aboard. Welcome aboard.
Let's go. Let's go.
Well, that's man flight 1 of 2 today. So starting off with this flight, my next flight is to New York, but I must carry on completing the mission. So the first mission was to be on board Island, record the captain's announcement. I've done that. I then need to record our landing into Reykjavik, and then I need to follow that up with finding an outdoor spotting location without leaving the terminal, in which at that point I then qualify to get my next flight. If you are enjoying this video so far, do remember to hit that like button, and if you want to see the later episodes of the series, then be sure to hit that subscribe and click the notification bell. Got an idea for another video? Please leave it in the comments. There's been a lot of fuss about this aircraft in the press, and I have to say that takeoff was very, very smooth. Is there a mission you'd like me to try? Be sure to tell me in the comments all the details. That's the North Atlantic Ocean now coming into view, so we'll soon be on the Atlantic. Have you ever flown Iceland Air? Be sure to tell me in the comments. A cultural touch. Hands down the best thing I've ever purchased in the sky. We were scheduled to land in Reykjavik about 5 minutes ago. The airport is currently closed due to a snowstorm, and they're currently clearing the runway as we speak. Once the runway has been cleared, we'll start making our final approach to Reykjavik. These winter views here in Iceland are absolutely breathtaking. How much I'd love to complain that snow, but I bet it's absolutely freezing. That's flight 1 of 2 done today. My next flight is to New York. While we were in the air, I did manage to access the Wi-Fi, and I had a look at the onward flight to New York, and it is actually showing that the aircraft that's taking me from Dublin will be taking me to New York. So in order for me to get to New York, I've completed the London video. I've also completed the captain's announcement back in Dublin, and I now need to go and find an outdoor spotting location without leaving the terminal building. If I do that, I'm on this flight again in a couple of hours time onwards to New York City. Step off the aircraft and you feel how cold it is. When arrived at the D section in Reykjavik, you have to scan your boarding pass to say you've arrived, and I wasn't allowed to pass through because of the 4S check. I was then escorted to the back of the airport to a CBP inspection area where all my belongings were swabbed, including my body. The smoking area is the only place in the airport that does have slats in between the woods so you can take pictures of outside and still feel the air. Everywhere else is enclosed. Mission complete, I'm going to JFK.
Are they ready? Are they ready for me in New York? Let's go far away from here. Let's go far away. Let's go. Let's go.
Same seat, same aircraft, different destination. We're off to New York City. After being de-iced, we're now taxiing to the runway, and our next stop will be
New York. I'm already talking New York.
Well, to complete the remainder of the missions between here and New York, I need to record takeoff, make sure I record us flying over Greenland, and then capture the landing and the welcome to New York announcement. So we're now about to taxi into position, and then it'll be a straight out departure, and in about 5 hours 40 we're in New York. Full power to the engines, let's go. Credit where it's due, these Icelandic pilots and Icelandic ground crew do work in some really treacherous conditions. If we'd been anywhere else in Europe, the place would be shut down. Snow and ice like this would shut down half of Europe. but in Iceland and in Norway they work and they make sure they get flights out. Be sure to tell me in the comments any other airports that you're aware of around the world where they work in these such hard conditions and still manage to operate flights and leave Europe looking an absolute laughingstock. We should be flying over Greenland between 45 minutes and an hour, and hopefully by that time I'll be able to do my food review on one of the baguettes because they were delicious. Currently east of Greenland, but we'll be flying over there shortly. And that's us now over Greenland. It's territory owned by Denmark, and the vast majority of its landmass is covered by permanent ice sheets, making it uninhabitable most of the time, with the capital of Greenland being Nuuk, that had a new airport recently. We've reached that point of the flight where it's now the Where's Martin food review. Today I'm flying Iceland and I'm reviewing their cheese and ham baguette. It comes served extremely hot, very soft and very tasty. It has to be the best hot snack I've ever purchased in the sky in the last 25 years. That view looks absolutely breathtaking. That's a really good thing about today's flight. I've seen a lot of breathtaking views, amazing. We're now a minute away from landing in JFK, the clouds are low and as you can see visibility is poor. The outer runway lights are now coming into sight, so we'll be touching down on the runway in just a few moments time. Welcome to New York's John F. Kennedy Airport, where the local time is 6 PM. I've completed all of today's missions and I'm now in New York, which means I've got to be ready to play for a hotel mission. What will my next challenge be?
Dear passengers, welcome to New York. The local time is 6 o'clock. Please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened.
It's 6:30 PM and here comes the last mission. If I want to have a hotel tonight, I've got 90 minutes to make it to Times Square. I'm not allowed to use Uber, Lyft or take a taxi. It all must be public transport, so the race is on. Times Square, here I come. I'm taking the air train over to Jamaica Station where I can use the subway or the Long Island Railroad. The subway is cheaper and takes longer. The Long Island Railroad will get me into Penn Station in about 20-22 minutes, opposed to being 45-50 minutes on the subway. I was delayed getting to Jamaica Station. When I got there, there was a train for Penn Station. I didn't have time to buy a ticket, so I just raced on and I've had to pay a little bit more. But Penn Station, here I come. The clock's ticking, 17 minutes left to get to Times Square. Let's go! With just under 5 minutes left of this challenge to get to Times Square, I'm sure I should have it in the bag. With just over a minute left, I've made it. I've got a hotel tonight. Be sure to tell me in the comments what you think the next missions might be. And my home for the next 3 nights is this hotel suite here at the Candlewood in Times Square. So it's got a fridge and freezer, plenty of crockery, cutlery, a microwave, a dishwasher and a hob. We've got a workstation with some drawers for your clothes, we've got a large screen TV, the air conditioning, a chair and a large bed. Like most hotels in the area, the views are another building. But as we step back into the room, as you can see, it looks very comfortable. We have an accessible bathroom with a shower, a sink and a toilet. Next episode coming up, I visit a world famous building. Can you tell which one it is? I take a night tour in New York and plenty more. So tune in to the next episode next week. I had great fun taking part in this travel challenge and I hope you enjoy watching it. If you do, please remember to hit that like button, subscribe for the next video and leave a comment.